Hello to your homegirls. What's up, my people? We about to get into some vibes here. Makeup therapy. I've been really digging these primes rather than Red Bull. I don't get the same crash that I get from Red Bull. I'm trying out a new flavor, but I really like the Ice Pop flavor and the Tropical Punch flavor. I use them as pre-workouts. All right, we're back to our regular scheduled program. Base is first. I'm using this e.l.f. Whoa Glow primer. I really like this stuff. It's the most glowiest, most radiant primer that I own. I think this is in the color Sunbeam or something. I think that they've expanded the shade range. It's a primer. It does leave this weird cast that is not meant for my complexion, but because it's a primer and I'm gonna cover it up with the very chocolate girl makeup, I don't mind the cast, but it does leave a very glowy, radiant finish. So if you like a glow underneath your base, this is a really good one. SPF 30. Y'all know this is an e.l.f. stan account. I like this a lot. So you're going to see the cast, but base is going to cover it up. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. All right, for bronzer, I'm using one of these thread complexion sticks. This is in the color 230. I think it's the warmest red. This was unintentional, but everything that I will be using in this look today is super affordable from the drugstore. You can get at Target or Ulta. I think everything is under $20. So this is going to be a very anti-Sephora look. You don't need to shop the sale. If you have a good collection going, you don't need to buy anything. I will be buying a couple of things, but this is me telling you you don't need nothing from Sephora. All right, I'm going to get that blended in. And look at how beautifully that blends. I'm obsessed with these complexion sticks. They're like $8 from Target. Obsessed. All right, foundation of the day is the Maybelline Fit Me in Matte and Poreless. I'm going to be getting it applied with this unearthly flat top brush. Mine is in the color 360 Mocha. Now, I use both Fit Me Doing Smooth and Matte and Poreless. I much prefer Doing Smooth. My skin likes it better. Matte and Poreless, I don't believe is the same color as Dewy and Smooth, but these are amazing foundations. They're under $10. Today, I'm going to be using the classics. I'm going to be using some OGs. And again, everything is under $20. All right, I'm getting that applied and blended. It's a good pairing with the e.l.f. Whoa Glow primer because it makes it glow a little bit more. Okay, more Maybelline. Maybelline is my favorite drugstore brand. Like, outside of e.l.f., Maybelline got them hits. So this is the Age Rewind, whatever. I like to use it with a concealer brush rather than putting that spongy thing on my face. It's just too big for my face. So I like to concentrate where I'm applying the concealer with a concealer brush. And this is really nice. This has been like an OG favorite concealer for years. I think this is one of those gems from like 2016, and I've never gotten my hands on it. I was just very much into LA Girl. You couldn't get me to use anything but LA Girl. So I finally tried this out and I really enjoy it. It's a great everyday concealer. It has really good coverage, good staying power. I'm not sure how much this one is. I know I did like a little sale thing at Ulta, but very affordable, great quality. I enjoy this color too. Is really good for me. I forget which one it is, but I'll put it up on the screen. The colors can be a little weird, but this color is really nice for me. I'm gonna get this blended in. I'm really into blending my concealers in with a brush. I feel like I get the most coverage that way, and I'm doing so with my Makeup by Yolanda brush. More thread. This is a concealer that I'm going to use just to brighten up a little bit. The Maybelline one is a great, like, everyday, not too obnoxiously bright. This thread is obnoxiously bright. So just a little bit in the center for a little glow, and we'll move on. I'm also really enjoying this concealer from Thread. This one I am going to use with a sponge and then also with the brush. All right, again, this was unintentionally, a drugstore base. But I only went for my LYS blush because I reached for the e.l.f. Camo blush in Suave Mauve every single day, and I was tired. I just needed a change. So this is the LYS one. I think this one is Self Love, and these are so beautiful. This is a recommendation, for a recommendation. Something by LYS, Black owned, so pigmented and beautiful. I love them so much. I just needed to switch up from the e.l.f., but the e.l.f. is great too. The Suave Mauve is my everyday blush. I'm going to set my face with more Maybelline. This powder has knocked my socks off. It's so good. It's so beautiful. I think mine is medium deep. I'm going to get the center of my face set with it. It's really, really good. I cannot believe it's $10. I've been on a powder journey. I've been buying so many powders and hate them all because I have dry skin. But this one is magnificent. I typically just set the center of my face because I use a lot of concealer. I'm going to do that and I'm going to move on. I'm going to go into some powder bronzer. This is the Sephora face palette. I'm going to use that bronzer. I love that bronzer. I got this palette for $10 from Sephora. So even though it's not drugstore, it's still very affordable. I'm going to get the bronzer applied to my big ass forehead and my cheekbones, and we'll move on. All right, so that's basically it for the base for right now. This is a Makeup Revolution Sport Fix setting spray. I'm just going to do the first set of the base for right now, and then we're going to move on to brows and eyes. Eyes is about to be so much fun. I love this base. I think it's so beautiful, and it's setting the vibe off right for these crazy ass eyes we're about to get into. All right, I'm leaving brows in so that I can recommend NYX Lift and Snatch. If you don't have it, you have to get it. It's quite literally that girl. She's the one. I will say that as it gets older, it's not as precise. It might like splurt out like it did on me this time, but it's a wonderful eyebrow product. I get my brows done so quickly using Lift and Snatch. I'm using the same concealer I use under my eye to highlight. And I'm going to be using this Playing in Makeup by Yolando eyeshadow base in the color H for base for my eyeshadow. All right, I'm going to get the base blended onto the lid, and then I'm going to set it with a really bright powder. This is a Jaclyn powder. Instead of doing a white base, I'm doing a white powder. All right, girl, I pulled a handful of palettes, and I'm just hoping that they're going to get me to where I want to go, because this look that I'm about to do has been floating in my brain for 7 nights and 7 days. This little blue purple blend that we're about to do, I literally have been thinking about it every single day. I'm going to start with this Cara Beauty Metamorphosis palette. I used it in my little Easter creative makeup. I'll have it linked in the cards if you haven't seen it. I'm going to take a pencil brush. This navy blue is called Behold, and I'm going to start in my inner corner crease, kind of starting dark to light at this point. But yeah, this is a sign to tell you to do what it is your spirit is telling you. I have no plan. I have no inspiration. Just these damn colors that have been driving me crazy in my brain, and I just had to do it. I haven't been like in the mood to do makeup. Like even though I've been thinking about this like crazy, I don't know. I haven't really been wanting to sit down and do my makeup, but we're here now and we're making the things happen. All right, I'm just switching to a smudge brush and dipping into the same color just to get it a little bit more concentrated. Baby, I was here blending forever. So I'm gonna just show you guys the important parts. All right, just making sure that blue is as deep as I want it to be. And then I'm going to switch over to this Juvia's Place Wahala palette. I love this palette so much. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to go into that blue shade. What is it called? Is it called Loved? Something like that. I'm going to put it on the screen. But I'm going to blend this navy blue with that. They're kind of similar. They're kind of the same color. That Cara Beauty palette can't really be trusted with, true to pan. So, yeah. I'm working on the Cara Beauty palette. I'm working on all the colors to figure out which ones I want to keep as singles. And I do like this navy. I will be bringing it into my singles. But I'm just going to be working on a blue blend. Say that 3 times fast. With the blue in this Juvia's Place palette. I truly zoned out while I was doing this. This was so much fun to do. This look was fun AF. All right, we're switching palettes again. This is also Juvia's Place. This is Warrior 3. It's a beautiful rainbow. This center shade Candice is so pretty. So that's going to be like my outer corner shade. It's so pretty. It looks like a true purple in the pan, but it's very like magenta, more like berryish, if you will. So I'm going to start kind of at my lower lash line and then swooping it up for a wing and then getting it connected to the blue. Now, hi, my name is Christine and I'm obsessed with the blue purple blend. I cannot stop. It's my favorite. I think it's gorgeous. Yeah. All right, now Juvia's Place is the flyest palette you can get up in the Ulta. Point blank, period. The color stories, I don't even understand how they made it to Ulta. Like, these color stories are insanely beautiful. I don't think you can get Wahala 1 in Ulta, but you sure can get Warrior 3. We're going back into Wahala, and we're going to go into this very pretty kind of dark lavender, pink lavender. We're going to use that to blend out Candice. That's going to be our mid shade for the purple. And I'm going to get the blending. I'm doing this blending with a very small Morphe 2 brush. And I just want to say I'm so proud of how far I've come in my eyeshadow journey, my eyeshadow skills. Very proud of myself. We're going to go back into Warrior 3. And I think we're going to go in for this baby blue. Yeah, it's called Gola. I'm taking it on a small pencil and I'm gonna keep working on my blue blend. I'm a little all over the place, but that's kind of how I work and that's how my brain works. So, bear with me. When I first got these Juvia's palettes, I had no idea what to do with them. Now look at me. I'm going back into Warrior 3. I'm going into the pink. It's called Fonty, and that's going to be our blender for the pink and the blue. So I'm calling this like a little cotton candy blend. Again, I've been thinking about this for days. Yeah. Back in the day, or when I first started wearing eyeshadow, there's no way in heck I could have went dark to light. I just think it's so dope that I'm doing dark to light right now. So if you're a beginner, just stay down. Just keep doing what you want to do. Take pictures. When you take pictures and when you mess up, that's when you learn. That's how you learn. And that's how you see where you want to make changes. So keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, now, baby, if you don't like to blend, eyeshadow is not for you because you literally can be sitting and blending for a hot 20 minutes. And you got to be okay with that. So this is just me going in between all those colors that I laid down and just deepening and blending and reinforcing and buffing, and that's what it is. That's what eyeshadow is. I mean, that's not everybody's style. I can do like a shortened version, something that doesn't require so much blending. But when you really want to get a little vibey vibe going, you got to be prepared to blend. When you want to use a whole bunch of colors, you got to be prepared to blend. I'm obsessed with this frame, and now we're going to cut the crease. This is also by Thread. It is a multi-use eye paint. What's it called? Purple Rain or Royal Purple, something like that. I'll put it up on the screen, and I'm going to use that to cut the crease. This is a Bratz brush. I got it from Walmart. I think it's a lip brush, but I love how small it is, and that's what I'm going to use to paint this color on in a cut crease fashion. I love really small brushes because I have small eyes. I have hooded eyes. I need precision, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this very tiny brush to cut into this deep color here and get that on the lid. I'm going to do that for both eyes. Cutting a crease as well can be very intimidating. It is a little bit intimidating, but it's just about finding your style, what works for you and your eye. Like I said, for me, it's about very small brushes, being very precise, using colors that I like. Yeah, you just got to find your way. Once my crease is cut, I'm going to go back into my deepest blue shade on a liner brush and just sharpen it up. Get that depth back in there and make that bit sharp. Okie dokes. I'm going to do that for both my deep blue and my deep purple. And just reinforcing my deep colors, making sure that they are popping. I love these colors. They're so glowy and pretty. All right, now, so this is a half cut crease. You see I didn't take my lid shade all the way to the end. Those are going to be my lid shades, and I'm going to start with the blue shimmer in the Warrior 3 palette. I'm going to just pick it up on it's called Congo. I'm going to pick it up on a shader brush. I was contemplating whether I wanted to wet my brush or not. That's not really my style. I like to be as simple as I can. So that's me thinking like, should I wet it? And I'm just like, nah. So I'm not going all the way towards my inner corner. I'm starting a little behind my inner corner and just pressing that shade into the lid. And I'm going to do that for both eyes. The shimmers in Juvia's Place 9 pans aren't my favorite. Just not what I enjoy. I was like, this could be just a base. I'm switching to this Eco Tools brush. It's kind of like a flat concealer. And I'm going to go into this like silverish shade. It's called Karama. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner. All right, now this is just another montage of me losing myself in the blending. So I get the inner corner shade down, and then now I want to melt it in with the blue. Sorry, my hand was in the way there. I switched to a smaller brush so that I can get like the higher points of that cut crease, and then just more blending into the mattes and my crease and stuff. I could have done a better job on the lid. I don't think I had the appropriate brushes, but again, I still love what I end up with. I'm going to go back into the Wahala palette, and I'm going to take the shade here. It's called Sis. It looks black, but it's not. It's like a very deep brown, kind of like a soilish color, like a deep soil color. And I'm just going to get that added because I need some depth in this outer corner. It's going to look gross and disgusting right now, but I'm just going to get it applied, and then I'm going to overlay it with my purple, my deepest purple, because that deep purple is not deep enough for my outer corner. So I'm just getting this depth down and then overlay it with the purple. All right, once that deep shade is down on both outer corners, I then go back into my purple. And like I said, I'm going to just be blending that purple over top to make it be a deeper version of itself. All right, more blending for my life. Yeah, this was so much fun to do. It's so cool to see a look come together. I picked up the blue shimmer on my finger and just getting it merged in with the deep shade, and I was feeling myself. All right, to me, a look is not complete without glitter, so I'm taking this Eco Tools Precision Blending, and I'm going back into the Wahala palette. I'm taking this shade called Clout, which is a pressed glitter, super deep, and has like green reflex, so beautiful. There's 3 pressed glitters in this palette, and they're all gorgy porgy. I'm just going to press that down into the inner corner. It's going to look disgusting and gross, but trust the process. Okay, glitter placement is important, so I'm just making sure that the glitter is placed well, and then I'm going back into my purple and just kind of merging the purple over it. And then I'm going to highlight my brows with the Cara Beauty Metamorphosis palette. This is a very cool shade. It's called Aura Protected, and I'm going to throw that into my brows. So freaking pretty. I love shimmers and sparkles and glitters in my eyebrows. I can't apologize for it. All right, more blending. Getting a little bit of that on my lower lash line, blending it out, diffusing it out. What now? Oh, I'm going to go into more shimmers, girl, because there's no relaxing for me. Also, y'all know where I live. Ignore the sirens and such. All right, in the Cara Beauty palette, this shade is called Fly High. It's like a silverish, bluish. And I want to put that in the inner corner. They don't really show up. Cara Beauty doesn't really do a good job at shimmers either. They were trying to go for like a Urban Decay Moon Dust in this palette, and it just kind of translates cheap. But whatever. I tried. This is the I Like My Look dance. I then am going to go into this shade. It's called Angel Energy. It's really pretty. And then just kind of try to finish it off. Girl, try to stop going into shimmers. Yeah. Just throwing it in there. Okay, I'm going to go into my little bag of liners. And I'm going to pull out these Moira multi-chrome liners. It's a deep purple one and a lavender one. One is called Ultra and the other one is called Atlas. I'm going to put the deep purple in the outer corner and the lavender in the inner corner. These are okay. I don't use them often because they are a little out there, but they aren't that punchy. They're all right. I give them a B minus. All right, I promise we're done with eyes, but we're going to go back into Wahala because I'm going to take my blush shade from there. I'm going to take the mid-toned pink purple that we used, and I'm going to use that as blush. That shade is called Woke, and I'm going to get it applied with this Zoeva brush. There it is. And sweep that over the cheeks. I love using eyeshadow as blush. That's why I'm not so blush obsessed, because I'm like, you have unlimited blush in your eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, and that was perfect. So pretty. It's a pretty color. I've never used it as blush before. Cute. Now, I always use this shade Envy as a highlighter. It's pretty much the only reason that I usually go into that Wahala palette. I love that as a highlighter. It's so pretty. It's what I like. It's blue and purple. Yeah, love that shade. Okay, I suck at lips, especially when I spent so much time on my eyes. That is the Unearthly lip liner in the color Vamp. I'm going to get my lips lined in this very beautiful deep purple. I haven't pulled this in a while, but it's one of my favorite purple lip liners. I was just going to use my Glamlight Rick and Morty lip set, but again, I'm trying not to pull things that I pull all the freaking time. All right, once I get that applied, I'm like, what could go wrong? And then I go for my Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade Mauve Nude. I think this gloss is so pretty. I never get to use it because I think it's so showy, but it's not appropriate for this look. I made a poor decision and I'm going to have to fix it. Okay, so I hate how that looks up against the eyes. So then I switch for my Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balm. This one's in the color Chai. I'm just going to attempt to like neutralize the lip just a little bit, mix everything together, and I'm much more comfortable with that. I love the eyes. Isn't it giving like kind of like deep sea, like Ursula? All right, lashes would have definitely ate, and if I was going out, I would have for sure put on some lashes, but I wasn't going anywhere. So I'm just going to throw on this Urban Decay Lash Freak mascara and call it a day. I'm the girl that in substitution for the lashes ends up putting on 6 million coats of mascara, and that's on both top and bottom. It literally takes me like a legit 5 minutes to apply mascara. Yeah, I gotta feel satisfied without the lashes. I really like that mascara. I think it's discontinued, but it's very bold and I love the look. I think I'm gonna change my hair here. That's exactly what happens. And then I'm just feeling myself. I'm telling you, me and Cool Tones, we just go together. So it's drugstore down to the fragrance. I just bought these Dossier samples from Walmart. This is the masculine one. So they have a dupe for Sauvage and Chanel Blue. This is the dupe for Giorgio Armani, Aqua to something, and I really like it. I like men's fragrance sometimes, just a little bit, just a little something. And again, this was such a pleasure. Sorry, I have 8 cups. I hope they don't offend you. Yeah, this was so much fun to do. Thank you for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, consider subbing, liking, comment below. Yeah. Fun. I've been having so much fun with my makeup, and this is just, yeah, me acting a fool. I love you. Bye.